What's up, people? Cypher here. This is a basic hero guide for using Njal. Njal is a space wolf. He's actually a high rune priest. He is a chief. Apparently very powerful. Seems to have a storm follow him. And he has a raven, sorry, not a crow. It's a raven called Nightwing. Is his extra set of eyes, I guess. Now, in the game, though, in Lost Crusade, Njal is an amazing character for rallies. I would say he's definitely what we would consider a rally lead position, because all three of his stats are fixed stats in terms of his skills. So let's get to it. Let's look at his attributes first. His attributes show that he ups Vanguard Veterans and Prim Risk Squad attack. So the Vanguard Veterans, he ups their HP, and the Prim Risk Squad, he ups their attack. And then if you're putting him in an attacking deployment, he ups the attacker's defense by 28% as well. So the Vanguards gain 40% boost, the Primaris gain a 44% boost, and you gain a defense boost of 28% if you're putting him in an attacking rally or an attacking solo. So outstanding in terms of his attributes and such. The fact that he's a Space Wolf does suggest that soon enough we should have a Space Wolf chapter, which would be brilliant if so. You definitely want to be lumping him in an area where, you know, a deployment that has mainly Primaris Vanguard, but then being backed up by everything else. Because again, when you put out a deployment, you want to put all troops in there to gain the boosts that each one gives each other, basically. Now, let's get to his skills then, because his attributes are basically amazing, but very easy to go through. So let's get to the red skill. What's he do? Chilling Blizzard. Njal summons a deadly blizzard. Enemies within its range take 130% damage per second, and their move speed is reduced by 60% for 5 seconds. Wow, okay. Let's go see what that looks like in game. Whoa, there you go. I did it to the dead ones. But you go, wow, it's still going. What's going on here? It wouldn't leave. That stays around for a while, doesn't it? Okay, so he makes a gigantic swirl of icy swirl on the floor. Slows down everybody within that area, I guess. And also does some damage while doing so. Nice. Let's get to his green skills then. As I said, all three of them are fixed. So they're all always going to be put into a deployment. There's no chances about them. Now, the first one is Indomitable Defense. I love this one. If you can stack it up within a deployment, I'm interested to see how much you can dampen if you add it to sort of extra layers of maybe having... There's a few heroes that have Iron Will as well as Indomitable Defense. You know, there's a few heroes that sort of you can change and try and stack that, though, and see how well it does dampen in a stacking ability. I don't really know myself, but it seems an interesting one to do it with. You can do it both sides with Njal, because he's then got Tactical Expert, which is basically the opposite to Indomitable Defense, which is you gain an increase in damage, and both of them are about 31%. So you get a nice modification to your battle just by adding him into the deployment. And then the third skill is a brilliant skill. Suppressive Fire Free. Decreases the enemy's army attack speed by 24%, and that can go up to 31% as well. So having all three of these max could really be dangerous. You could add him to a deployment, and it's a lot more important to slow your opponent down than it is to speed yourself up. You've got a certain speed cap to yourself, whereas when it comes to the opponent, you want to keep just bringing them down to 0. Yeah? If you've got them into low speed, then you're always going to have the advantage in terms of the battle, even when it comes to dodge deployments and such. Right, let's look at the combo then, because I think we've seen the combo in a previous video. We have, because I've done Ulrich. Now, he adds to the wolf pack of Fenris, and it's a brilliant combo, to be honest. You gain a HP boost of 20% for the heroes, and a HP boost of 20% for the Vanguard Veterans, and Njal himself boosts Vanguard veteran HP himself by 40%. So if you were to add that 40% to his combo extra 20% on top, you've got a 60% boost just with Njal himself. Not to mention the other boosts the other heroes give to this deployment also. So this is probably one of my favorite hero combos out there. And when it comes to hero gear and adding armor to him, if they are blessed to the Vanguard veteran or the Primaris or support, he will gain the added 30% boost on those gear parts as well. So that's something to keep in mind also. Now, the only thing that's left is to BopaBase. Where's Muter? Right, so I'm en route to Muterwint, my little farm base that I like beating up. It's got full dodge in it. So I've sent kind of the wolf pack, but not quite the wolf pack. Ragnar 1 isn't good enough in my terms. My Ragnar's rubbish. And secondly, he didn't have Indomitable Defense. And again, I want to sort of see what happens in terms of the dampening of a triple Indomitable. So, this is sort of a test deployment that I'm going to be testing on a bigger base to see what the report will say. This won't tell me too much. I've sent a mainly T5 deployment with a few bits and bobs other than that. However, it'd be interesting to see the report either way. I just want to see how Njal works in the report. So he goes straight into Muterwint. And it's a successful attack from the Wolfpack plus Mephiston. Ragnar was at home, he's chilling. Right, let's look at the report. So, 9 dead. There's some percentages going on there, though. Dreadnoughts. So, preparation. Njal performs. Indomitable Defense. So, reduced by 13%. See, it'd be better once I've maxed all these skills up a bit better, because the percentages should be a lot higher. Especially once you're adding them together. Njal's also given Tactical Expert and Suppressive Fire. So, Muter is reduced by 24%. I added Mephiston, so that increased me by 24%. All of them brought in Indomitable Defense, 24% there. And what's Ulrich's? 20. So I reduced damage by 40, 57 odd, 58 odd percent. Nice. And none of the dodges went off. So that's a successful one right there. Nice, I'd like to try that with a bigger deployment. Maybe full load of T9s hitting a bigger base. We'll see though, innit? Till then, other than that, the base report right now that's showing, I'm happy with that. That's cool. It shows a good setup. Just need to see how it'll work in terms of a bigger base, innit, really. So that's what Njal does in a deployment right there. I would definitely say that he's worth putting in rallies, attacking rallies, and attacking solos. But he's not so worth putting in a defending structure, especially if you're putting him in buildings. Because I'm pretty certain if the building's rallied upon, then his speed skill may not be attributed to the battle. There is that chance. So he may not be so worth using in terms of a defense structure. I'd probably lean away from him. There's other heroes that you could definitely use instead. He's mainly focused on, while you've got those other ones in defense, he can help your attacking heroes just by adding those extra modifications to the overall battle, and also throwing in a little bit of slowdown to the opponent, because they usually throw along a Tellion or something like that, and at least he's bringing that speed down from what they were originally. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment if you'd like to. Much appreciated if you do. Bless up!
Storm of Fenris, heed my call.